What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I just want to say thank you for all the views, the comments, the likes, everything. I love you guys. You know, today is a blessed day that we woke up. Because a lot of people didn't wake up tomorrow, so I give God the praise for allowing me to wake up and to continue to do this. You know, this is a grind for me and something way out of my comfort zone. So I hope this could inspire you to do something way out of your comfort zone that you've been thinking about doing for a while. But enough with the yapping. Let's get right into it. Today is going to be a crazy video.
I said, do you want to be the rainy John that tells the truth, the rainy John that cares about me? Because I know you are.
Detectives press a 14-year-old boy for the truth in front of his grandmother as they question him about whether he sexually assaulted a 91-year-old woman.
See, when I read that, I was like, I wonder like how old he is.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This is a really disturbing case. Last
Very
June,
much so, yeah.
Jesse Stone, he was a 14-year-old boy in Reddick.
I think they already said that, but I wasn't paying attention. 14, and he raped a 91-year. Like, come on, man. You're still you're in what? Probably just starting high school, or probably already is. Like, come on, come on.
Florida, who was living with his grandparents and going to summer school. Now he's
Summer
going
school?
to prison for a very long time. Body camera footage from the
Better give
early
him
morning
life.
hours of June 9th, 2024 shows Marion County Sheriff's deputies at a 91-year-old woman's home after she'd called to say she'd been sexually assaulted.
That's insane. 14 years old doing that.
I'm at a house. A 91-year-old lady calls in saying she was just raped.
That's fucking crazy. And look at her driveway.
She's beat up really bad.
Now, it was late at night, and this was a terrifying,
Nigga had to walk
terrifying
all of that.
call.
Excuse my language.
Who would do this to a 91-year-old woman? Deputies started walking the property looking for clues or someone possibly hiding. Others started securing the crime scene.
But we'll just get some tape. We'll lock down the house. Once she shoots out, we'll wrap it up. To our crime scene. I got evidence coming, major crimes coming.
See, I would love a house where it's just like a whole bunch of trees surrounding. I'm from Florida, so obviously it makes sense why I would want this. But I would love something like that. But then when it comes to like crimes, then I'm like, but I'm gonna keep a blick on me. So
Canaan's coming. One's coming.
Who do you want to go with her to the hospital?
I don't care as long as someone goes. I mean, if you talk to her, that's fine. If being it's a female, maybe Alyssa can go a little bit more comfortable.
yeah.
There was that lady moved out of the way, right? The one that was
With the phone?
yeah.
Hey, have the neighbor with the phone step out of our way.
What does that say? Ocala. Damn, that's not that far from me either. My bad. Oh, that dog ready. Oh, he went straight to work. I need to get that long behind leash for my dog.
Now, this is a very, very serious case, so it was all hands on deck. The rest of the neighborhood could be in danger with a rapist on the loose.
So she saw a shadow approaching her, and all of a sudden he just started like wailing on her. She's significantly injured in her face and got a big gash on her arm. She's 91 years old.
God, that's so sad.
So she says that the guy sounded Hispanic, and he was telling her to be still and penetrated her with his fingers. And she said that he felt like...
No, he sounded Hispanic. My dog, well, no, whoa, not my dog, but the man clearly white. So did he try to mask his voice to make it seem like it was a Hispanic doing? That's crazy work. So that's premeditated.
Like he was not erect, but maybe trying to be. She said it lasted about 15, huh?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says he never took off his pants.
She said he never took off his pants and it lasted about 15, 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
he left about 5 to 10 minutes prior to us.
Excuse me?
Now, 97 is part of a police code, meaning that deputies have arrived at a call. Collecting and preserving evidence is, of course, going to be very important in this case, and it appears plenty of evidence was left behind by the perp.
I'm sorry, I didn't know evidence was coming out. I gave Christian the dress and the underpants, 2 separate bags.
That's fine.
There's no anywhere, like when you walk around the house, no evidence of like her falling or anything. So everything she's saying is adding up. Everything is on her bed. Blood everywhere on her bed.
Wow.
The neighbor said that only
That's so sad.
she knows is right across this road right here on this side.
Police are looking for a suspect and evidence, but they also want to know whether any of the neighbors saw anything.
Not obvious. Hey, do you?
1:50 in the morning.
Hear anything?
Not to my yard, but then again, went in the house at 9:30 to eat dinner.
Okay.
And came back out with my son.
Oh, that's his walker, boy. I thought he was carrying a ladder to help him walk.
Sitting there for a minute. And my
Your son live here too?
Huh?
Your son live here too?
Yeah, my son lives here. My daughter and son-in-law are down here from West Virginia on vacation.
Okay.
There was a car earlier that came up there, like when it was still daylight out there, but I think that was one of her friends.
Okay. I think
It looked familiar, like I've seen the car before.
Okay.
But nobody's been in my yard because I got dogs out. So.
Right. Okay.
What he at?
Feel okay?
I hope.
I mean, I've known this lady since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
It appears somebody was over there messing with the house. So.
Damn, 10 years old. How old are you now?
That lady's daughters wanted her to move. So
I'm pretty old. You got a walker.
she kept saying no, no, no.
Right.
Later that day, deputies talked to more neighbors.
I was out in the back working in my shop. I guess.
Like, look at the scenery. I love it. I'm going to give me a house like not like this, but like in an area where there's just a whole bunch of trees. So beautiful, man. Just nature is phenomenal.
When all this was going down, I never heard nobody yell or anything. That's what was weird.
During the night?
Yeah, last night. I didn't come in till 9:30. Came back outside.
I mean, his house do look nice too.
Said all these lights were going up the road. That's when I came back out and talked to you.
Did the deputy?
Yeah, grass cut though.
I gave them my name and stuff. Yeah, they just said, "Did you see anything?" I said, "No, I didn't see nothing." And they can't come through my yard because them two are out.
Sure.
I said, unless there's no fences. So.
Okay.
Well, I try to look over like I can see the dogs.
I got a set, but I don't have them up there. I'm crippled, so I've been trying to.
What the victim told police was absolutely terrifying. According to court documents, the woman said when the defendant jumped or pounced on top of her, she began to fight him by trying to push him off. Then he struck her face with his fists. Now keep in mind, as I told you, this is a 91-year-old woman laying in her bed in her own home. She told detectives she told the attacker to get off of her. Then she repeatedly prayed, "Dear God, please help me."
Wow.
And the defendant told her to shut up, shut up. Next, the victim said her underwear was torn off and she
My bad if you hear a little bit of noise in the background. My dog, she's whining because she want to get let out, but I can't let her out because she's just going to keep on moving around and making noise.
ended up face down and she was sexually assaulted. But then it stopped and the man left. During the investigation, detectives had encountered a 14-year-old boy named Jeff.
All right. He do look like a weirdo looking. Buddy, what's your chin? All right.
Jesse Stone in the neighborhood. They noticed a red stain on his clothes and asked to get a
No, it's a chip for it just go like that. It just go no chin, no nothing.
swab. His grandmother consented to that and him giving a DNA sample. Then 8 days after the sexual assault, detectives received the results that showed that Jesse Stone's DNA was left on the 91-year-old victim. They brought
Yikes.
Jesse Stone into the sheriff's office in handcuffs. They sat him in a room by himself for quite a while.
Man, you doing all right? You need anything? All right, Jesse, I'm Ryan, and we're gonna come in here and talk to you just a little bit, okay? We're waiting for your mom to get over here, just so we can all be here and talk and figure out what's going on, all right? Okay. You sure you don't want water or anything? Okay. If you need something, just give the door a knock, all right?
Jesse is in this
Them bands look tight as hell.
room for more than 2 hours, and eventually they give him a blanket. It was likely
A
very
blanket?
cold in that
I oughta
room.
let
AC
that
on. It is Florida
freeze.
in June, after all.
Florida, and
Jesse Stone laid
I know
out
she was trying to be
his
funny,
window,
but
and his grandma
pissed me off.
raising him shows up.
Jesse, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Am I can
a little bit weird, but this is just to help me understand and to make sure that I'm on the same page as you. So, do you understand the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yes.
Okay, so tell
I
me
mean,
what
he's
the truth means to
14.
you.
The truth is what actually happened.
Okay. And what's a lie mean?
Something that's made up or not true.
Okay.
The detectives read Jesse his rights, and they ask him about being out in the neighborhood the night that the woman was assaulted.
Hold on. I understand he's 14, but why they got him in like a kid's room? What, you gonna go play with the toys while he waiting?
Do you remember that night? So when I showed you that video of you walking, so that would have been
It's like to do an interrogation on like a 8-year-old or like a little bit lower, just like little kids to get all comfortable and.
late Saturday night.
Yes.
Do you remember everything that you did that night?
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep, so I got up and I headed down the road to watch the cars that are coming from the concert. I've
What concert you went to?
Cars for modified vehicles for a while, and then I went walking across the street for, I'm guessing, an hour before I came back to my house.
So you heard there that the detectives had seen Jesse Stone on video in the neighborhood. They'd also met him in the neighborhood. Then Jesse Stone talked about seeing the victim hours before she was attacked. It was something the victim had already told the detectives, that the boy she knew as Randy John had stopped by.
Where was she at?
On the front porch, sitting in a rocking chair in front of the door.
Okay, gotcha. So what was the last time, like, before then, when you had seen her, or, I guess, talked with her, like, kind of like you did that day?
The last time I'd seen her before that was probably about...
Man, get that off the screen, dude.
Before, she was driving down the road from, like, church or something.
Oh, okay.
The upside down.
Said hi real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the last time, like, my understanding when we spoke the first time...
Is that gonna stay there?
I got this wrong. That you, when you were younger, you used to go over and talk with her.
Hey, if y'all want to say 25 cents, it's right there.
The detectives then asked Jesse Stone whether he had ever been in certain parts of the victim's home. And this leads to their big gotcha moment in this long exchange.
So she's never asked for your help to do those types of, like, household chores, so, like, laundry or whatever? Okay.
No, I've helped with the laundry machine, but not to do laundry.
Not like you've never done her laundry for her, or bed sheets or anything like that?
No.
You've never, like, taken a nap or slept in any of her bedrooms or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you remember if you've ever been in any of those bedrooms?
No.
No?
No. I've never been in any room other than the living room, kitchen, the bathroom.
Okay. Well, Randy Dunn, I think you probably know that I wouldn't ask that question unless I had a reason to.
Okay.
So, I'm just gonna be honest with you because, I mean, I feel like you...
Does he have a retainer?
And I know your mom's been honest with me. Is it okay if I call you his mom?
Yeah.
Brownie? Okay, I don't mean to...
It's okay, yeah.
But when I came over to you on, I think that was Sunday, and I was asking you about your clothes and the video and such, and I explained that I wanted to get your DNA because I knew that you had been over there before because you mentioned, like you told us today, that you had talked with her. So I knew that you're, at the very least, there would be evidence of you being in the porch.
Yeah.
Right? So I went and met with your mom, and you guys signed a consent form, and we got your DNA. Okay. So we sent your DNA and the sex kit up to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who does the testing and stuff for stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, is there any reason at all that your DNA would be on her clothes?
Yeah, we when I said goodbye to her, we hugged, like a slight hug.
Okay.
That's...
Let me be a little bit more specific. Your DNA was on her underwear.
Look at the grandma.
And so
Look at the grandma. Oh my God.
Really
I know her heart is stopping.
To be honest with me about what happened that night, because I think that we know what happened, and I think that your mom knows what happened.
Talk about,
Wrote down a list of times that you went in and out of the house that night, to include the times that the call came in.
What we call that? 4K. Silence. That boy caught.
And I think you probably know that you were being here.
That boy caught. Look, now he's scratching his head like, huh? What are you talking about? Huh? You're caught.
Put you in.
I don't see.
Look.
What?
Huh?
It's not about C, Randy John. It's truth.
Yup.
Truth. It's impossible for my DNA to be on her underwear.
When you get to jail, they're going to get you.
That stuff doesn't lie. That stuff doesn't get made up. Sometimes the truth can be hard. You seem like a really good guy, man. You
Stop lying to him.
Head on your shoulders. You make connections with people that need help. You go out there and you help other people. And there's people out there sometimes that.
And she kind of tall.
Come over here and
that doesn't make you a bad person for making a mistake.
The detective then lays out photos of the victim, showing Jessie Stone what had been done to her.
Well, we just need to understand who is Randy John, man.
She put him on the floor so she could see it. Oh, wow. And the grandma has to see that. Oh, my Lord.
But we need to understand what happened, man.
Randy, I want to be real clear with you. We know what happened. What I want to hear from your own words.
Just tell the truth, you're caught. Just do it. Don't look at those pictures like you don't know.
Holy cow. I want to know why this happened.
Oh, look at that grandma, man.
Randy, help us understand.
Stop scratching your head. Silence. You've been quiet for 2 minutes.
You did this exact same thing when I asked you about you walking down the road or jogging down the road at 11 o'clock. And you did the whole, I don't remember, and I was like, and you finally admitted to it. And I think this is the exact same thing. I know what happened.
He's caught because I know when I was a kid and I got caught in a lie. He's like, what? Huh? Start scratching your head, just looking around. I didn't do it. 4K. You're caught. Just give it up.
And it's only going to help you for you to be honest with me about what happened. Because, like I said, we know what happened because we have your DNA.
That retainer is killing me. It's so strong.
Like you said, it's not like we're talking about a sweater that it was found on. It's in this elderly woman's underwear. 14. We're putting everything out here, and you're kind of just looking at all this, man. I know it might be a shock, but what do you think?
I'm overly confused.
What are you confused about?
How are you
I
confused?
wasn't even near her house. I was across the street.
Ain't gonna continue to lie.
A whole hour. You were gone.
Yeah. I said I was gone for about an hour.
The detectives leave the room, and Randy John is left with his grandmother.
Mom, I don't know if you want to have a couple minutes to talk with your son. Randy, I want you to think real long and hard about everything that happened. And I want to do this, listen, more than I want to have the truth from you about what happened, because I know that you know what happened, I want to do this for her. If she is as an amazing of a person as you say she is, and I believe you because I've talked with her, getting all of this out in the open for her is what matters.
Why he left his notebook?
Personally, I can't believe that this is a horrible thing, Randy John. That's a horrible thing.
I don't even have the ability to do that.
Well,
obviously you do. Look at the pictures, boy.
it's really hard for me to believe too that you would do a thing like this.
I didn't.
But how many times have you been caught in lies?
I know.
It's a consistent lie. I told you.
It's because you're not telling the truth about things. If this woman deserves to have the truth, she deserves it, and you know that.
What?
Don't say why's, Ready John, because why doesn't exist here.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't by her house.
Ready John, it's across the street. Look at her.
Is he gonna start crying? No.
Look at her. Look at her face. That's.
Why is his voice so high?
That's.
I don't even think like that.
I've never
See how they
seen you
got.
hurt anybody, but.
Oh snap! What did I do? I didn't do anything. Look, they got the door cracked a little bit. I know they're just standing right there in the hallway, just listening in, just listening, because they know he's lying. They caught him. 4K. The evidence is there. The DNA. They got the photos. They got the time log. Everything. You're caught. Just give it a break.
What the hell are you doing outside at that time of night?
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand?
Thank you.
Ready, John, it doesn't make any sense. There's a million different things you can do. Being outside where you don't belong, and you know you don't belong out there.
I'm sorry, but I'm an outdoorsy person.
You're not an outdoorsy person. You're a sit in front of the TV kind of guy.
I don't have TV.
She called you out.
Outside.
Well, I don't know. I hope and pray you did not do this to this woman. I hope and pray.
Hope and pray the
I
DNA
hope
is
and pray
on.
you
The
did not
underwear
do
is
this.
over. He's out the door.
Because this is horrific. This is a human being. And she deserves justice. She does. If this would have happened to your sister, what would you do?
Murder whoever did.
If you know anything about this, Randy John, for her at least, if you care about her, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You know,
We've been down that road before where you've been lying about something and you swear up and Randy
Oh,
John,
my Lord.
you've lied about stuff before.
Jesse's grandmother leaves the room, and the detectives do most of the talking.
I just got done talking to your mom, and she said that, I mean, you're 14, right? I think every 14-year-old's got had some thoughts about what a woman's like.
Real quick, do y'all think they charge him as an adult? Hopefully they show the trial and what he get charged with. If that was me, if I was the judge, charging him as an adult, hit him with a book, get him out.
Like and things like that, and I heard that you've been kind of exploring some nudity and pornography. Is that what's going on, man? The thing is, Grandma's got no reason to lie to me, and you have no reason to lie to me about that either. That's totally normal.
I know. Look, since it's just them, they closed the deal. See, I knew it. They were just sitting there listening.
Totally fine. So is that something you've been? I heard you taking Grandpa's phone and taking a look at that. Yeah,
no, I don't do it on Grandpa's phone. I haven't been able to do it since I had my computer because she takes everything away.
Yeah. Well, is it true that you were looking at some of that stuff? Like I said, it's totally normal, man. Okay. And like I said, and I think like Detective Hardigan said, it's totally normal to want to find out about these things, especially for someone. It seems like you really truly cared about this woman.
Yeah.
And maybe you just wanted to figure out what was what, man.
What it was like. Maybe you went into there, you didn't expect for her to be awake.
Why don't she have?
You
Why?
freaked out?
I'm not blaming the old lady because this is very horrific, but I wish she had like a dog or like a gun, just to pop it. All right, let me.
You get it. Because that's what it looks like. Is that this was a oh shit. And then
When she said that, it sounded like she spit everywhere because her retainer.
maybe you just locked around not expecting her to. Maybe you just wanted to knock her out. You didn't think you would hurt her this bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got out of there.
Because what we're trying to figure out, Randy John, is like Detective Hardigan said, like we're pretty certain of what happened. What we're trying to figure out is Randy John the kind of guy that breaks into people's houses with axes and chops them up into pieces and leaves them and murders them? Or did Randy John just make a mistake? Did he go into a house and expect this 91-year-old woman to be sleeping and maybe figure out something about life, and then things just went awry? Because thing is, people panic, man. And people do things that they don't mean and they don't want to do when they panic.
So the detectives, as you saw there, tried to make Jesse Stone feel comfortable, like he just made a mistake, so he would open up to them. Eventually, he confesses, saying that he watched pornography on the victim's iPad and then went into her room and assaulted her. His confession is redacted under Florida law, so you won't be able to hear it.
Honestly, Randy John, I feel like you probably wish that this had never happened. Like, I honestly still believe that you never really intended to hurt. Because you care about her.
Yeah, I don't intend to hurt anyone.
The male detective and Jesse Stone talk extensively about him watching pornography, and Jesse talks very openly and freely about it.
Hey, man. Addiction is a very bad thing, dude. No matter what it is. Addiction, sometimes it could get out of hand. Especially that's why they passed that law in Florida. Especially because I'm pretty sure it could have been for that reason as well. But, well, I think I don't know if it's only in Florida, but yeah.
You mind if I give you some more stuff? Sure. So, how old were you when you started watching the porn videos?
Say anything under the... Don't say nothing crazy.
My friend showed them to me when I was 10.
10, I was gonna
So
say
you've
that.
been watching them since you were 10?
10 years old is crazy, dude.
Off and on, yeah.
Okay.
10 years old.
Do you think you were watching them before you got put on restriction?
5.
Once or twice a week.
Nah, he lying. He lying.
Stuff were you watching, looking at pictures? Were you watching videos?
A mix of both.
A mix of both? Okay. And what site did you normally use?
The XNXX.
XNXX. That's all it's called? You just put that in Google?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the website my friend showed me.
Okay.
Jesse Stone pleaded guilty to the charges back in December.
Can I get
He'll be
this off the
sentenced
screen?
next month. He is now 15 years old. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix.
So
I'm
you're not
Angie
gonna
Nutley.
tell
Thank
me,
you
you ain't gonna tell me what they charge him with or nothing. You just gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that? Oh, well, here's the end of the video. I love you guys. Enjoy. And remember, put God first. Peace.